Today our topic is NgRx store in Angular. If you have not watched my video on data flow part 1, 2 and 3, then please go and watch it. It will help you to learn this topic in more detail. In this video, we will be learning what is state, what is NgRx store, why to use NgRx store, flow diagram, actions, reducers and selectors, and finally practical example with code. Let's start learning. Our first topic is what is state. A state is a condition of a data in an application. Okay, so it can be of any type. It can be array, it can be string, number, tuple, set, and map. It can be of any type. So condition of a data in an application is known as state. Now we will learn what is NgRx store. And store is a RxJS powered global state management for Angular applications inspired by Redux. Store is control state container designed to help write performant, consistent application on top of Angular. So to understand this, let us start our whiteboard. Suppose there is one state, 2. It is a number. Now if you want to update this state to a new state, that will be 3. And you are trying to access this state in your Angular application. So suppose some component want to access it. So NgRx store is responsible for maintaining the state, okay, and giving the value to all the components present in the Angular application. Even if service trying to access this state, it can be easily accessible through NgRx store. So this is advantage of using NgRx store. Let us now learn why to use NgRx store. So first point is shared. Shared means that NgRx stores offers a state that can be accessed by any component or any service in your Angular application. That means if you want to update the state and if you want to access its value from component in your Angular application, you can easily do it. So this is one of the advantage of using NgRx store. Now the second point is hydrated. What does this mean? This means that when you refresh your page and you want data to be persisted, and when you come back to this page after refreshing, the data or state should be preserved. So if you want that thing, so that can be achieved using NgRx store. So this is the second advantage of using NgRx store. And third point is available. Suppose if you are changing your routes, okay, and you are rerouting, so state will be preserved. The state will not be lost. So this is the third advantage of using NgRx store. Now the fourth advantage is retrieved. So suppose if you want to save a state in an API, okay, so you can run side effects in your store and you can save it in your API very easily. So this is the fourth advantage of using NgRx store. So if you want to update your state to another state, so this is can be also achieved through NgRx store. So impacted is the fifth advantage of using NgRx store. Let us now see the flow diagram of NgRx store. So in this diagram, you can see action is one of the most important block of your store. Okay, so these are the ones into which component will act, and these were the ones which will talk to the services and store the data in a database. So this is one of the most important block. So let us understand what are actions. So now let us take example. There is one state 2, and its value is going to be incremented to 6. So actions are those which will tell your store or your application that this value is going to be incremented, okay, but it will not tell like how this value is going to be incremented. You will be incrementing by adding 4 or into 2 plus 2, okay, so it will not tell how it is going to be getting implemented, but it will tell that it will be incremented. So these are the actions. So let us now see the definition of action. Actions are one of the main building blocks in NgRx. Actions express unique events that happen throughout your application, from user interaction with page, external interaction through network requests, and direct interaction with device APIs. These and more events are described with actions. So as you can see, actions are nothing but it is a type of string. So of course, a syntax to create action is with create action, and you can name the action here in the big bracket, whether it is an increment, decrement, deposit, withdrawal, or you are adding a account. So all the actions will be named in this square bracket. Then you can pass some string there, and if you want to pass some data, so you can attach some data also in the actions with props. So this is one of the syntax of creating actions. Let us now see the flow diagram again. The second most important block of NgRx is reducer. So what are reducers? So let us so suppose there is one state. So what reducers will do? It will take that state. It can modify or it will not modify. It just depends on the reducers what it will do to the state. So it takes a state as an input, okay, and it will modify the state, or it cannot modify the state. Suppose it will change it to 4, okay, and then it will pass the same state to your store, so that it can be accessed by component by using selectors in your NgRx store. Let us now see what are selectors in NgRx. So for selectors, so let me draw a store. Suppose there is a big store, okay, it contains many states, like 2 is one of the state, 3 is another state, okay, 4 is another state, and 5 is another state. So what are selectors in a component? In your Angular component, there is a requirement of these 3 states. So selectors are those through which you will able to select the state in the store and send that selected state to a component, so that component can access it. Okay, so these are the selectors. So we have learned now what are action, reducer, and selectors. So we can understand this flow diagram now. So first we will define the actions. Okay. Then we will pass that state that which we will get from component to a reducer. Reducer will produce a new state and it will store. Okay. And then what selector will do? So selector will pick the state that we are requiring in a component, and we can display that in an UI. Okay. And meanwhile, effects can also be run with in actions, okay, and we can store the state in a database. Okay, so this is the flow diagram for NgRx store management. Let us now do coding. So again, we will take the example of Bank of Spain. So there are two components. One is account holder component, which is displaying a name, account number, Bank of Spain, IFSC code, and account balance. And second component is transaction component, where we will add the amount to the balance. Okay, we can deposit amount here and withdraw amount here. So whatever amount we will be depositing, that will be added to the account balance. So we will be sending the data from transaction component to the account holder component. Okay, so these two components does not have any relationship. So we will try to send the data with NgRx store. Now we will add NgRx store. So for this there are certain requirements. So your Angular version should be 20 for the latest version of NgRx store, and your Node version should be 22. So I am using all the latest versions, so I will not get any issue. So this is the command. I will hit enter. So it will install the NgRx store. So NgRx store has been successfully installed, and we have installed the version 20. Okay. Next, I have created here one store folder at app level. Okay, and I have created here two files. One is action and other one is reducer. I will be creating here two actions. One is for deposit and other one is for withdrawal. So export deposit equals to create action. Then I will be importing it from NgRx store. Okay. After that, it accepts a string. I will be giving the name to our state so that we can access through selector. So our state name should be balance, and here I will give syntax string deposit, and then what I will be doing, I will be passing prop to this action. Prop will be of type number, so this will be the data that user will be input, like giving to the balance amount which we will be depositing in that account. Okay, so this will be like this. Let me import prop. I think it comes from NgRx store itself. Yeah. So now why this error is coming? This error is coming because prop does not accept a primitive data type. Okay, it accepts a type T. Like if you check here, props accept a type P only. So due to generics, it accepts only an object. So for this, we will be creating one object. Then I will give here user input. Then I will make it number. Okay, so like this we can do. This is deposit. Okay, so now I will be creating one more action like this only. That is I will be calling it withdrawal. Okay, and here I will give the string as withdrawal, so that when we will debug our code, it will be easy. Okay, so after doing this, we will be creating reducers. So let's see how to do that. I will be creating one reducer here. Export const transaction. Okay. And I will be using create reducer function. Okay, then I will be importing it from NgRx store. Okay, then I have to pass the initial state, like initial balance. So I will call it like export const initial balance equals to 1000. Okay, Then I will be passing the initial state. Okay, here initial balance. Okay, and with on function I will be creating here withdrawal and deposit reducers. So I will import it from NgRx store, and I will be calling here. So I need action here. So action name is deposit. So I will be copying this deposit. I will be passing here deposit. Okay. Then what I will be doing, I will be taking a state as an argument. Okay. I have passed here to one prop also, that is user input. I will be taking that user input. Okay. And let's see user input. Yeah, it is user input only. And deposit is there. So let me import it. Deposit. Okay. Then I will be creating an arrow function. What I will be doing is state, initial state plus input plus I have to do like for user input. Okay, so like this, this is our on deposit reducer. Then I will be creating on withdrawal reducer. So I will be withdraw. Okay, then I will be passing same. Let me copy it from here. Okay, after that, what I will be doing here, I will be doing minus. So this is our reducer. So our reducer is ready now. Okay. One final thing we have to do for reducer, we have to register them in app config. So let's do it now. So let me go to app config.ts. So here we will write provide store. Okay, then we will import that from NgRx store. Now we will pass the syntax is, first we will be taking our state name from actions, that is balance. Okay, and in app config we will be writing balance colon. Then I will be taking reducer name. Our reducer name is transaction. Okay, and I will be importing it from reducer. So we have registered our reducer in app config. Now what I will be doing, I will be fetching the value from a store using select. So here only I am displaying the balance. So first I will take it from store, public store colon store. So our state is of type app state. So there is only one state balance, which is of type number. So I will be taking off state store of type this app state. Okay, and then I will be initializing the balance. This dot store dot select state dot balance. Okay, so NgRx like internally uses RxJS. So I will get here observable. So I have to give here pipe, passing pipe. Okay, so after doing this, we have like initial value of the balance will be registered in account folder component. Now we will be going to our transaction component. So what we will be doing here, we will be dispatching our actions on deposit and on withdrawal. So first I will be injecting store here. Okay, and on deposit I will dispatch it this dot. First let me store the value here, that user input const value number equals to this dot value. Okay, then this dot store dot dispatch. Our first action name is deposit. I will be copying it from here, and will be giving here deposit. I'm passing one prop here. Okay, so this I have done for deposit. Same thing I have to do it for withdrawal. Let me copy both the lines. Here instead of deposit I have to give withdrawal action. Okay, so friends, we have configured all the things of NgRx store to get the value and display it in UI. So let's see in UI how it's behaving. So I will be adding here 4,000 amount. I will be depositing, it's 5,000. I will be withdrawing 2,000 from here. so it's 3000. So our application is working fine. So we have learned how to send data between components using NgRx store. Okay, so if you have any doubts, please drop a comment in comment section of this video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you all. Bye.